Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, some of my most popular videos have been about tires, funny enough. So I want to do a quick review on these tires that you see here. They're Cooper Discoverer AT3s. They are on our 2021 Jeep Wrangler. It's a Sport Altitude Edition, has the 18-inch size wheels. These in particular are the 275 70/18. That's one size oversized for this model. I ordered them because the reviews were great. Tread wear warranty was very long, and I felt like it was a good balance at the time. It was a great budget tire, in the size and for the warranty and for what I thought the tread wear was going to offer for us. So far the Jeep, it has just over 26,000 miles. I installed these tires. I actually ordered them the day that the Jeep came in. So it had about 200 miles on it when they could actually get it in and put them on. So right now these tires have about 26,400 miles. So I wanted to give you a review of how it rides and drives, and then the wear as well, and would I buy them again, right? So these tires, when I bought them, were something under $200. Now they've gone up. I got them from Tire Rack. They're now almost $260 a piece, not inclusive of mounting and balancing. They're rated from Cooper Tire as a 65,000 mile tread wear. And again, as I mentioned, this is a completely unmodified 2021 Wrangler Sport Altitude. Every maintenance has been done at the Jeep dealer. No accidents. It's not used off-road. The only place we even touch gravel is at our campground, and that takes, it's about a mile from the entrance to our camper, and it's probably done that trip 20 times in the 2 years these tires have been on. So certainly less than 50 miles on gravel. Other than that, completely paved on-road driving as a commuter. So I wanted to show you the tread here, and first we'll talk about, I guess, tread wear. We'll kind of jump to that. So I don't have my tread wear gauge. I don't know if you can see this, a quarter. I wanted to show you kind of where we are in the way of tread depth. So this is out in the middle here. Let's give you an idea. We're somewhere near the top of Washington's Head. So we've, if I remember correctly, I think these start with 13-30 seconds of tread. They're showing some pretty good wear. And just to give you an idea, so as I mentioned, we're 26,000 miles on the Jeep. I do the package with the dealer, so they literally rotate every 5,000 miles when it goes in for an oil change. They've been rotated 5 times. So at 26,000 miles, they're warranted for a 65,000 miles of tread wear. And by the way, unlike a lot of Jeepers, I did actually elect to do the 5. So I have the spare, it gets rotated through as well. But I gotta tell you, in the way of tread wear, before we get to the other stuff, the tire, tread wear is not super impressive. At 26,000 miles, I mean, my instinct is by 40,000 miles at the latest, I'm gonna be looking to replace these guys. So that would be a little bit of a question mark. Now, other than that though, I have to tell you, they ride well, they look great, they don't make a lot of racket on the highway or out on the road. And generally, I'm very pleased with the tires. It's only that I really got to thinking about the tread wear that I was a little disappointed. Again, just another shot here of the other front. But it's a little disheartening at 26,000 miles that we're that low. But the reason I got these and the reason I put them on brand new, I like the look. But beyond that, the other thing was because it's a leased vehicle. And I wanted to give my wife a decent on-road tire, but we kept the stock Goodyears that came on it to be able to put them on before lease turn in if we elected to turn it in. Now, we're probably not going to. I think we're going to end up buying this thing out. But I have a brand new set of tires in the shed ready to go back on here should we wish to replace them. So in the way of how do they run, drive, these are great in the dry. They're very good in the rain, and they're very good in wintertime. So all the way around, for all the driving styles, I think they're very good. When I bought them, they were easily almost $100 cheaper than a Michelin LTX. And the LTX is near and dear to my heart. I have those on my Ram 2500, and they wear incredibly well. Now, they're only I don't know, maybe $30 a tire cheaper, at that kind of increment, I'd go Michelin all day. But again, so long story short, they look great. I like the white letters. I like the outlines. White letters, I think they really complement the black factory 18-inch wheels. I didn't want to do a big lift kit or a bunch of modifications on the Jeep. My wife drives this as a commuter. I drive it on occasion. So I thought these were great. Did the aftermarket, as you see, the step rails as well. I just wanted to do something that was a good budget, give it a good look, handled well, did everything that we needed. But I'm disappointed in the treadwear. All the way around, love the tire. The only other thing, by the way, puncture resistance is a little of a question. And I say that I've had in total a little over 100 cars. I've probably had 5 low or flat tires in 30 years of driving. We've had 3 punctures in this set of tires. And as I mentioned, we're on road. We're not off-roading this thing at all. And that's a little shocking too. So, to get to kind of the end, by the way, this is a totally unsponsored. I paid for these myself. I paid to have Tire Rack come and put them on. Unsponsored, unfiltered. I didn't get any freebies. I paid for these out of pocket. By the time they were mounted and balanced, tax was paid, a little under $1,000. Would I buy them again? Probably not. I've been very pleased with them generally, but I have to tell you, in consideration of the puncture concerns and the tread wear, I'm not super thrilled with them, so I would question that. I'm going to give you a brief driving video as well so you can hear what they sound like. I'll put the windows down. I'm going to throw that in, so we'll do that here in a second, and then I'll be back to kind of wrap up. Okay, as promised, I'm going to give you a little driving video. Obviously now we're with no sound. It's an oncoming car here, so we'll give it just a second. Yes, Disney's on because my kids love that. Okay, we're gonna start her up. We got the start stop. This is a 2-liter turbo Wrangler Sport Altitude, by the way, but just wanted to give you an idea of the tire noise. Sorry for the wind noise. You can hear just a faint amount of tire howl, but it's very minor. Very agreeable, very consistent with an all-terrain, not super aggressive tire. Definitely louder than the all seasons that were on it, but I believe the sound level is quite acceptable. So again, and they go down the road well. They do balance well as well, which always is another consideration. So I'll kind of move this over here. I don't know if you can hear. We're about 40 miles an hour there. So just to give you an idea. So, all right, we're going to go back and get our wrap up done and give you some final thoughts. Okay, so we're back to do our kind of final wrap up here. Again, another good look at the tires and the tread wear. You can see certainly evenly worn, and I think this is a good test case, if you will, for tread wear, because the aggressive tread wear that we've experienced certainly is not because of some kind of mechanical problem with the car. This thing's factory serviced. I factory ordered the Jeep. We picked it up. It's been to the dealer for every service, fully maintained, all of the services done that were required. And again, I generally like the tires. I think they look great on the Jeep. I'm a big fan of Cooper. I've had great experience with them in the past. But my 2 big hot buttons, certainly disappointment with the tread wear and disappointment with puncture resistance, particularly because this is billed as an all-terrain, and in my past I have done a lot of off-roading and certainly considered that we might, a very mild event with some other Jeepers, thought that might be kind of fun for me and my wife. We have not done that with this Jeep. We've owned many Wranglers prior to this, several of whom were lifted with much larger tires and much more aggressive treads. But the puncture problem is a concern considering this thing is a literal mall crawler. So, I'd be interested to know your feedback. Definitely ask any questions. Again, I paid for these out of my pocket. It's not a slam. Certainly wasn't looking to, give Cooper a bad review because, frankly, I'm a fan of theirs. I like the looks of this tire. I've had great experiences with other Cooper tires. These, would I buy them again? I guess that's what we get to. If they're within $20 or $30 of a Michelin LTX, I would not even think of these. When I bought them, it was a much bigger price difference, and you know, now these days it's not. I'd have to say I'd probably look elsewhere, because I think, you know, there's probably some other budget tires in an off-road tire if you're looking for something, you know, under $200 in this size. I think I would look elsewhere. So at any rate, please stay tuned. I'm gonna have more content on this Jeep in particular. I thought the tire reviews have been really popular, so I wanted to get this up today. But I'm also going to do one on the Wrangler itself. This is, as I mentioned, it's a 2021 Sport Altitude. It's a 2-liter turbo, which was not what I expected to order, but after driving the V6 and the turbo both, decided to go this route, and I'll give you some impressions on that. So again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. A lot more content coming, and look forward to talking to you again. If you need anything, you put a comment, I'll get right back to you. Have a great day.